Mridanga is there, who? Hey, Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Gopi Jana Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guraha Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today the topic given was the glories of holy name. I thought I'll discuss some pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with Haridas Thakur, which is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila, the glories of Haridas Thakur. So in that, a very nice conversation that actually takes place between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur. So it is usually the system is that, like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while residing in the Jagannath Puri, every day he would go and meet Haridas Thakur. So that is his usual routine. Generally, like when we go to Jagannath Puri, so every day we try to go and take darshan of Lord. So, but here the case is, the Lord is coming and taking or giving his association to his devotee. So this is a very, very wonderful feature. And Haridas Thakur, he was feeling himself very unqualified and he would not even go near to the Jagannath temple, because he would consider that anybody who is going to render service to Lord Jagannath, so they would be contaminated by seeing a person like him. So that is the way like he would feel. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would personally come every day. And one day, when he had come to meet Haridas Thakur, he asked Haridas that, my dear Thakur Haridas, in this age of Kali, most people are bereft of Vedic culture, and therefore they are called Yavanas, and they are concerned only with killing the cows and Brahmanical culture. In this way, they all engage in sinful acts. So in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is expressing his desire to bring everybody or purify everybody in the age of Kali, and give them Krishna consciousness. Right? So at that point in time, this Srila Prabhupada actually elaborates on this ones which is mentioned in this shloka. This talked about Yavanas and Mlechas, so who are against the Vedic culture, and specifically Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioning that they are concerned about killing cows and Brahmanical culture. So, and Prabhupada actually mentions, it is not that some foreign people are considered to be like Yavanas and Mlechas. So whoever may be, they are against the cow protection and Brahmanical culture, so they are to be considered as Yavanas. And so this cows are very, very important, and Srila Prabhupada often mentions the cow milk actually helps us to make spiritual advancement. It nourishes the finer tissues of the brain, which helps us to get into Krishna consciousness. And Brahmanical culture, so this is also very important. So Brahmanas means one who are like those who are dedicated for the service of the Supreme Lord, and they are dependent on the Supreme Lord. So there are two this ones. Brahmana actually comes from this one of Brahman. So one who is fully focused on understanding the Brahman, or his activities are primarily revolving around that, like recitation of the Vedic literatures, or doing the service to the Supreme Lord and things like that. Mataji, जपा क्लास के टाइम पे जनरली नहीं करते हैं हम लोग, क्योंकि ये भगवान का गुणगान हो रहा है, उसका और इसका साथ में नहीं करना चाहिए, है ना? ठीक है. So this one, what I was mentioning, Brahmanical culture. So Brahmanical culture is established on truthfulness, austerity, and all these things which are favorable for cultivation of Krishna consciousness. So if these two things are, it's not favorable, if the environment is favorable, not favorable for these two things, so then it is like an association or a society of Yavanas and Mlechas. So it is, one should, it is mentioned that like there is 10,000 years this Krishna consciousness movement will flourish. So one would, after that, like Mlechas and Yavanas will flourish like anything. We are seeing that even before that it is flourishing. But at least there is some chance that Krishna consciousness will come back, and we have the opportunity that if at this point in time, if we are telling people, you give up non-veg, you give up all this non-Vedic things, and then take up Krishna consciousness, people are appreciating. But after 10,000 years, if we tell, like, probably what they will do to us, we don't know. So, but it is a period for preaching. It's a period which is very ripe. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking this question, how will these Yavanas be delivered? To my great unhappiness, I do not see any way. So then, here Srila Prabhupada actually writes in his purports that this shows the nature of the Supreme Lord, and he cites a bhajan from Narottam Das Thakur, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar. So the Lord's desire, why he has advented as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is to Patita Pavana, is to purify the most fallen souls. And that we can see from this shloka, that Lord is asking, how will the Yavanas and Mlechas will be purified, and how will they be saved? So this question itself shows the Lord's intent that he wants to save all the fallen souls. And Narottam Das Thakur is singing Mosama Patita Prabhu Napai Behar. So like I am the most fallen, I am the most lowest, and I am the proper candidate to receive your mercy. And like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also mentioning, "Ye dukkha apara, this is my great unhappiness." So like seeing the living entities in trouble, that's the source of unhappiness to the Lord. So this is something that is little difficult to understand, because the Lord is called as Sat Chittan Ananda Vigraha. He is full of eternity, knowledge and bliss. So how can a blissful person be unhappy, and that too greatly unhappy? So this is philosophically it doesn't tally. The Lord is pure happiness. He is a Ananda Swarupa actually. So he cannot have any unhappiness in his this one. So for this, one important thing that we need to understand, in the material world, both happiness and distress, essentially it is distress only. And in the spiritual platform, both happiness and distress are essentially happiness only. So now we see in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you may have come across that Mahaprabhu is constantly shedding tears, like crying, when will I attain Krishna? And I am so unhappy not seeing Krishna and things like that. So this doesn't mean that Mahaprabhu is going through a suffering, externally like how we are going through. So this is not the case. So like material suffering and spiritual suffering, so they have different kind of phenomena, different kind of features. So material suffering may give rise to like maybe disease, depression and all those things and all. But spiritual suffering, where it is in relation with Krishna and it is fully Krishna conscious, so it will not affect the body that way, or it will not have the effect of the material suffering, whatever is there. So essentially the nature of spiritual suffering is also of bliss only. There is in the spiritual platform, neither the Supreme Lord nor the pure devotee of the Lord ever undergo suffering as it is experienced in the material plane. So this is completely different. This is spiritual in nature, and in spiritual all of it is happiness only. Right? So the Lord, thinking about the living entities and their welfare, feeling this great unhappiness is just a variety of rasa that the Lord is actually experiencing, but it is essentially happiness only. Right? And here it is mentioned that how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so much concerned about the fallen souls of this material world, and therefore he comes and he inaugurates this Krishna consciousness movement. And in fact, Srila Prabhupada quotes Rupa Goswami's this shloka, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considered to be Mahavadanyaya, so our most munificent personality, our most charitable personality. So who is considered to be the biggest charitable person, who is able to give something very valuable, and how much value the product that he is actually giving, and how many people he is possibly able to give. These two can be parameters. So somebody are big donors, but they donate only for a few people, and somebody are like mass donors, they feed so many people and things like that. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the product that he is giving, or the commodity that he is giving, is Krishna Prema. So now we see that in the material world there are many gradations of things that is there. So there are charity that is known for just distribute food, so that to alleviate the hunger. And the next level, this one is like some people tell Vidyadan, if you just teach people some techniques and like skills and things like that, and aap kitna baar khilaoge, wo ek baar seekh liya to then he will be able to maintain his life. And then somebody may give a lot of wealth, and somebody may actually make, just like Karna was a pauper and he was made overnight king of a big kingdom. So like that, charity is also there. But it is mentioned that all the happiness, best of all the happiness which is available in the material world, if we put together, even more than that is the happiness of Brahma Sukha, and even more than that is like happiness of being engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. And the perfection of devotional service of Supreme Lord is Krishna Prema. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami is an eyewitness. Practically he was seeing that कि इतना महंगी चीज़ like ऐसे freely बांट रहे हैं. So he's just distributing just like that. Anybody who comes in contact, he was just distributing this holy name and perfection of holy name, that is Krishna Prem. So it was quite an amazing this one charitable disposition. And to whom all Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to give this? To one and all, to everyone he wants to give. Like he doesn't want to see who is qualified, who is not qualified. He doesn't want to see, like, in fact, his question to Haridas Thakur itself is very amazing. That ठीक है, like इधर devotees है, devotees सब chanting कर रहे हैं और like they are all nicely practicing and things like that. But Mahaprabhu's thought is like those people who are doing sinful activities, who are killing cows and who are killing Brahmanical culture, तो उनका क्या हाल होगा? उनका कैसा उद्धार होगा? So this is something that he is asking about. And from there we can understand that Mahaprabhu is seriously concerned about all the people of the world, who are completely off track. And in fact, Srila Prabhupada mentions this shloka of Bharata Bhumite Haila Manusya Janma Jar Janma Sartaka Kari Karaparopakar. So those of us who have taken our birth in Bharata Bhumi, so we should first of all practice Krishna consciousness nicely, and we should help others. So this is the plan that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving to all of us, and Srila Prabhupada is also giving. And we should see that the anxiety of the Supreme Lord for the fallen souls, that we should take it as a service that is given to us, and we should take it forward. And Haridas Thakur replies, he says, "My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety, do not be unhappy to see the condition of Yavanas in the material existence." And Srila Prabhupada mentions, this is the mood of a devotee, that when the Lord is having some anxiety, so the devotee wants to relieve the Lord of that anxiety. So that is a service. So whatever the Lord wants, the devotee wants to fulfill that particular thing. And Srila Prabhupada also mentions that everyone should adopt the cause of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try to relieve him from the anxiety he feels. This is actually service to the Lord. So this is very nice. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, the practice itself is given to us, that we are every day we are chanting, we are trying to perform Mangalarti, we are trying to study Srimad Bhagavatam, and all these things we are doing, and we are trying to reach out to others as well. That we are requesting people that every day all of us should have some quota like that. Every day, at least we should ask few people, 4 or 5 people. I know one devotee, his goal, daily goal is कम से कम 5 लोगों को बोलना चाहिए कि हरे कृष्ण मंत्र के बारे में, और रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहिए कि आप जप करो. So it is very nice sadhana actually, to speak about Krishna, to speak about the holy name of the Lord, and to request people how much Mahaprabhu will be pleased. This is an anxiety that Mahaprabhu is actually carrying. And so through this organized effort also, we are able to reach out many people for coming to Janmashtami, and many people are coming for our Rath Yatra festival and many other festivals. And then we also invite people to come and participate in programs like this. And also we try to go out and distribute the books of Srila Prabhupada, which is recorded Vani of a pure devotee. So when these books reach to people, so that is also it can create a very wonderful revolution in their in their lives. So such is the amazing such is the amazing potency of this movement. And Haridas Thakur is mentioning, because the Yavanas, they are accustomed to saying haram. Haram means untouchable. So even Vedic times also, it seems this word was there, haram. And if you dissect it, if you take it to mean that it is Sanskrit word, and if you dissect it, so then it comes to ha Rama. That means, oh my Lord Ramachandra, oh my Lord Ramachandra. So by this way, they will very easily be delivered by this Namabhasa. So this is called Namabhas. So Haridas Thakur himself will clarify that. Now he mentions a devotee in the advanced stage of ecstatic love, now he also exclaims, "Oh my Lord Ramachandra, oh my Lord Ramachandra." And the Yavanas also chant, "Haram, Haram." No? So see their good fortune. It is such an amazing good fortune that they have. So, and in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions, a child touches the fire or a grown-up person touches the fire. So both will have the same effect, no? Like aag to jalega. So in the same way, like Haridas Thakur is telling that the Yavanas chanting Haram and like a pure devotee chanting Haram, so the name of the Lord will function. No, how it will function it's different thing, but the name of the Lord will function. So it is very important thing to note. So like for Yavanas, like they consider Haram means abominable, and for the devotees, they actually call Lord Rama out of ecstatic love. So nevertheless, because the word Rama is the spiritual summum bonum, it is supreme absolute truth. It is sometimes called as Shabda Brahma. So the name of the Lord is called as Shabda Brahma. So just like Ganga water, it is called Dravya Brahma. It's like the supreme personality of Godhead in the form of water. This is holy name of the Lord, the supreme personality of Godhead in the form of sound vibration, right? So whoever utters this thing, they will have the effect of it. Just as child or elderly man, whoever touches the fire, it will have an effect. So in this way, the Yavanas also, like when they utter these names, so in that way, like people when they are named after the Lord, the common Indian names are like after the Lord, So any common names that we know, which is named after the Lord? Jagannath, Madhava, Krishna also, Keshava also. Like many this ones, and devotees have, like if devotees wants to find some name, there is some like websites are also there, like on each alphabet, kya name, both sara permutations and combinations are there, right? So like we have, this is very good because people, when they call our name, so that will also be benefited, so they will also become benefited. So in this way, like it is very, very powerful, this Namabhas, very powerful. And Haridas Thakur is an authority in the chanting of the names of the Lord. And so he is mentioning the chanting of the Lord's name to indicate something other than the Lord is an instance of Namabhas. Namabhas can happen in many, many different ways. So this is one of the ways that something like to indicate something else. We are telling some words and it contains the syllables of the names of the Lord. So that also has effect. So even when the holy name is chanted in this way, the transcendental power is not destroyed. The holy name's transcendental power is not destroyed. So there is nice shloka that is mentioned here. It is taken from Nrsimha Purana. It mentions damstra hato mlecho. So like one wild boar, and it actually poked a mlecha, and when the wild boar poked him like with a good horn, and he's about to die, and when he's about to die, he is seeing that like a pig has actually killed me. So touching the pig is like they consider to be abominable. So he immediately told, Ha Rama, Ha Rameti Puna Puna. So he was mentioning that Haram, Haram, Haram karke. Uktvapi muktim apnoti kim puna shraddaya grinan. So this says, even a mlecha who's being killed by the tusk of a boar and who cries in distress again and again, Haram, Haram, attains liberation, then what to speak of those who chant the holy name with veneration and faith. So it's a very nice, this one. In this way, many, many stories that are there. So this is in the context of chanting the names of the Lord, even a glimpse of chanting of the names of the Lord. And we find many Shastric examples, like one of the examples from one of the scriptures, like which I heard, is that a bird which is about to die, which fell off from the sky, and it was caught by a dog, and he was planning to eat it, but he was aimlessly roaming around, and he went around a Vishnu temple, and in the time of about to die, the bird unwillingly performed a parikrama of the Vishnu temple, and the bird got the benefit, spiritual benefit of that. And we also know of pastime where Garuda was taking a snake for eating, and while dying, that snake actually touched the waters of Ganges, and it got the like it got liberated basically. So in this way we see that like the items of bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam and all these things. So when these items, the items of bhakti themselves are very, very powerful, supremely powerful, and they are effective whether somebody is consciously uttering or unconsciously uttering. Whatever may be the way, they are uttering the names of Lord. So it is effective. So this has been established here, and he is also giving more evidences. Haridas Thakur is also telling more evidences. There is another great sinner called Ajamila. So he was performing many, many different kinds of sinful activities. But at the time of death, accidentally he happened to call his youngest son. He had a wonderful name. What was the name of his youngest son? Narayan. So like, bacche ka naam Narayan tha, to bula liya. So but then he got attendance of Vishnu. Vishnu Dutas came and they relieved him from the bonds of Yamaraj, the superintendent of death. So now we see the words Rama consist of 2 syllables. So like Ra and Ma is there, and these are unseparated. So like Rama, the name of the Lord has to, if it is had to be uttered, so it is chanted together, right? And then Ha means it means exclamation or sambodhan, basically. So like calling out the name of the Lord. So the letters of the names of the Lord have so much spiritual potency. They act even when uttered improperly. These all like wonderful glories that has been mentioned. So and in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that utterance of the holy name while one engages in sense gratification is an impediment on the path towards achieving ecstatic love for Krishna. So just now we saw holy name can be chanted anyways, like whether attentively, inattentively, like whether knowing the potency of the holy name, not knowing the potency of the holy name, all these things can be, is possible. But then here some like star mark is coming, like what is the star mark? So when the utterance of the holy name, while one engages in sense gratification, is an impediment on the path towards achieving ecstatic love for Krishna. And I'll just read a little bit of this purport. It is very nice purport. On the other hand, if one who is eager for devotion utters the holy name even partially or improperly, the holy name, which is identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exhibits its spiritual potency because of that person's offenseless utterance. Thus, one is relieved from all unwanted practices and one gradually awakens his dormant love for Krishna. So here lies an important subject over here. So we need to understand. Like here it is mentioned that out of devotional service, if somebody utters the names of the Lord, and if he happens to utter it improperly also, still it has effect. So but we saw that this Mlecha who was killed by a wild boar, he was not attempting to do any devotional service. Even Ajamila was not attempting to perform any devotional service. So but how did the holy name work there? So that is also an important thing to be understood. So now we see who all chant in the Vedic system. Who all chant the names of Lord? Who chant the names of Lord? Everybody chants the names of the Lord. Everybody chants the names of the Lord. And if there is in the Vedic system, there is like multiple different reasons are there for performing certain activities. So first is there is we'll estimate based on the goal. So goal being material sense gratification, and I want to material sense gratification, and then goal being liberation, and goal being attaining the devotional service of the Lord or eternal service of the Lord in the spiritual world. And what are the means that are there? So one means is adharma. So one can break all the rules and regulations of the scriptures in order to get sense gratification. Right? And one can follow all the rules and regulations of the scriptures in order to get sense gratification. And then one may also follow the rules and regulations of scriptures in order to attain liberation, and one may follow the rules and regulations of scriptures in order to attain eternal service in the spiritual world. So these are all different opportunities or different things that are there. So now a person who is adharmic, he is not going to utter the names of the Lord. He is basically wants to break all the rules and regulations. And a person who is karmakandi, who is interested in sense gratification, but he is following the Vedic rituals, so he must also chant the names of the Lord, Because without utterance of the names of the Lord, no, without taking the name of the Lord, no ritual can be performed. Every ritual, contains the names of the Lord. So because the ritual will start with the Yajna Purusha, invoking of the Yajna Purusha, and that is name of Vishnu. Without Vishnu, so Varnashrama Acharavata Purushena Parapuman Vishnu Aradhyate Panta. So without Vishnu Aradhana, there is no Varnashrama, there is no Jnana Marga, there is no any of the Vedic systems basically. So now, if somebody utters the names of the Lord and he wants to get the benefit of material sense gratification, and as a part of his Karmakanda rituals, he is doing, so then it is considered to be Karmakanda only. And when somebody utters the names of the Lord, in order to attain liberation, so then the whole process is termed as Jnana only. And if somebody utters the names of the Lord out of devotion to the Lord, or in order to attain the eternal devotional service to the Lord, then such kind of an act is considered to be a devotional service. But if somebody utters the names of the Lord, not thinking that as a means to attain something, ऐसा ही कुछ बोल दिया, किसी को बुलाने के चक्कर में भगवान का नाम निकल गए. So then the thing is, there is no offense committed by him, and he has not tried to utilize the holy name of the Lord to achieve something. So that creates a possibility of namabhas, and that is how these personalities like Ajamil and this Mlecha, so both of them did not want to utilize the name of the Lord for getting something in exchange. They didn't had any plans like that, and they did not also commit any offense. So what are the offenses to the holy name? So that is also important. So we see that any one offenses.
We should not wear slippers while chanting.
No, that is not there in the 10 offenses. Blaspheme the devotees, who are propagating the glories of the names of the Lord. Then any other? So to consider the names of Krishna and the other devatas, to be in par, and then to blaspheme the scriptures which glorifies the Lord and his devotional service. And basically, if you see, if you analyze the whole offenses, 10 offenses, either to make the material subjects, telling that the material subject is also equal to spiritual subject. So then that is kind of you're going to an organization and उधर पूछ रहे हैं कि कौन chairman है? सब लोग chairman है. तो मतलब it's like a blasphemy of the chairman over here, over there. सब लोग chairman है मतलब क्या है? So that is not good. And then another way of blaspheming, that this one is कि ये chairman है, इसको थोड़ा respect देना चाहिए. क्या सब लोग equal है, chairman क्या special आदमी है क्या? तो वो भी तो इधर एक आदमी है ना. So उसको हमारा level पे लेके आना या ordinary entities को भगवान का level पे ये करना. तो वो ऐसा compare करना, it's an offense actually. So we should give appropriate respect for the spiritual subjects and material subjects as it behooves, and so that will actually be free from the offenses. So specifically Ajamil and these Mlecha, so they did not try to offend the name of the Lord. They did not even know that this is name of the Lord. तो वो जानबूझ के उनको material चीज़ों के साथ compare करना या material चीज़ों को भगवान का साथ compare करना, ऐसा कुछ किया नहीं उन लोगों ने. और भगवान का नाम को किसी चीज़ का फायदा उठाने के लिए भी नहीं सोचा है. So then it is then it is non-offensive utterance. So they did not plan to utter such a name, but they just uttered the name and it निकल गया non-offensive. So नामाभास हो गया. So नामाभास का effect क्या है? So if a devotee once utters the holy name of the Lord and it penetrates his mind or enters his ear, which are the channels for oral reception, the holy name will certainly deliver him from material bondage. So it is one cannot even imagine of committing so much sins that one offenseless utterance of the name of the Lord can destroy. Such is the power of Namabhas. It's very, very powerful. So I was just reading recently Ramayana. So there, this section of Shurpanaka enters. The whole dynamics of a full fight and everything is going to start from there. So when she enters the scene, like she approaches Rama and Lakshmana, and she proposes that no, like no, both of you look beautiful, at least no, kam se kam ek to mera sath shaadi kar le, and things like that. And so like both of them, they were not interested. So then no, she was about to attack Mother Sita as well, and no, it was decided upon that her nose and ears have to be cut. So this is also an important thing to note, that gopis of Vrindavan, so they also want to like associate with the Lord in conjugal affection. And here this Surpanaka also want to associate with the Lord in conjugal relationship. So why one set of people like who wanted to do the same thing, they are glorified as Ramya, Kachit, Upasana, Vrajavadu, like that is the best of the forms of all the worships of the Supreme Lord. And on another side, like it is classified as demoniac, and then unko punishment and naak aur kaan kaat diya. So what is the problem? The problem is, like gopis want to render service to Krishna, they want to give pleasure to Krishna. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, and the living entity is the servant of the Supreme Lord. So, but here Shurpanaka wants to enjoy Krishna. So she wants to enjoy Lord Rama. So that is a problem. That is not a proper this one. No, it is like this one. If you want to charge your mobile, the power socket, charger and mobile is not sufficient. वो proper connection भी चाहिए. And so like so it is very important that just being in association with the Lord is not sufficient. We need to also connect with Him in a way to render service to Him. If we don't approach the Lord in order to render service to Him and in an offenseless manner, so then connection failure. So connection failure, and sometimes like shock lag jayega. So like ulta, like rather than we getting benefit of the electricity in charging the mobile, sometimes we may get electric shock. So like, and it may like ruin the ruin the device, or it may hurt us as well. So it is very, very important. Like Lord is like a fire, and one approaches the Lord, he should approach in a proper attitude and proper way it has to be approached. And then we see that when Shurpanaka, she goes back to her brother Kara and reports that such thing has happened. And Kara is like very, very angry. Who has committed such kind of an offense? Like, no, usko main jaan se nahi chodunga. Like, no, batao kaun hai. And she starts describing about Lord Rama. And she's not able to tell one fault of Lord Rama. Like, enemy ko describe करने के टाइम पे like गुस्से से like कुछ दो चार चीज बोलते हैं ना. So like she is describing who is that person who has done all this kind of thing, and she's telling that those people, two terrific people, they have eyes like lotus petals, and they have like beautiful broad chest and beautiful features of their body, and they have elongated arms, and so full glorification chal raha hai. And so the acharyas, when they comment on this, they also mention that whether demons or devotees, when they glorify the Supreme Lord, they get pleasure actually. So, but the devotees, they ignore the pleasure, they want to render service to the Lord, and eventually the service actually brings pleasure to the senses. But then the demons, they want to enjoy, they want to enjoy the Supreme Lord. That's a problem actually. So it's a very nice analysis that is made by the acharyas in the commentary. And finally, after all the glorification, she tells that itna acha banda hai, like I'm not able to enjoy him. Now you kill him and give the blood to drink. Like this is her proposal to her brother. And Kara also, like he sends first 14 Rakshasas he sends, and then like eventually like 14,000 Rakshasas they go, and such a big massacre that happens, right? So like Lord Rama finishes all the army within no time. He actually finishes like within 1.5 muhurtas. He just finishes all the army, and then like one demon get escaped from this one scene. Akampana, he goes to Ravana, and then he reports कि like ऐसा हुआ है, and it's a very big massacre has happened. And Ravana gets like very agitated कि like अभी इसको खत्म करना है. And Akampana tells like अरे ऐसा मत सोचो, like he is very powerful, he is super powerful. Like उनको ऐसा like मुझे नहीं लग रहा है कि like आप उसको हरा पाएंगे. So it is difficult. But then Sita is very beautiful, and Sita is the life of Lord Rama. If you kidnap her, So then, no, unka life chala jayega, like, no, oh, no, फिर easily you can conquer him. So then Ravana likes this idea, no, and then he goes to like Maricha, like, no, like oceans across, like, no, long distance he has to travel to reach to Maricha. And he goes and he makes this proposal कि like, no, हमने decide किया कि सीता को अपहरण करना है, तो आप साथ दीजिए. And Maricha is telling, who is your enemy who has given such a plan? You know, it's such a terrific plan. So, like, I'll tell you, like, my experience with him. So, Subahu and me, like, both of us, we used to attack sadhus performing austerities. And when we attacked, he effortlessly killed the demon. And, me, like, he shot an arrow. And, I was, like, thrown 800 miles deep into the forest, or deep into the ocean. And, like, उनको ऐसा मत सोचिए, like he is tremendously powerful. His power is unlimited. It's like very, very difficult to like conquer him. And then if you go forward to kidnap Sita and things like that, you will die, your entire Rakshasa race will die, your Lanka will finish, everything will be gone. Like, मान लो मेरा बात. And Ravan मान लिया कि like, and he told, कि see, Rama is dharmic person. Until unless उनका साथ आप डायरेक्टली पंगा नहीं लेंगे, वो आपको कुछ नहीं करेंगे. तो like, तुम्हारा like अच्छा, this one is there, like you got so much of wealth, opulence and sense gratification, just मजा करो, like, ये सब, ये सब विपरीत चीजों को सोचो मत. And Ravana got convinced, and he went back to Lanka. And then Shurpanakha comes, and she publicly in front of all the ministers of Ravana, she starts blaspheming Ravana, saying that तुम like आदमी है कि कौन है तुम, like, तुम्हारा सिस्टर के साथ ऐसा हुआ, तुम्हारा भाई लोगों को मारा गया, like, इतना सारा soldier, like Rakshasa are killed. King is supposed to protect his subjects. King is supposed to take care of his subjects. We are in so much of, and elder brother is also supposed to take care of the sister. And क्या धर्म पालन कर रहे हैं. हालांकि like ये लोग सब राक्षस है, like दिन रात धर्म को तोड़ते हैं, but फिर भी like it is very interesting to see. Like Shurpanakha is asking questions in terms of dharma. What dharmic person you are, like, you are just simply doing sense gratification for yourself. तो हम लोग सब इधर मर रहे हैं, like, क्या कर रहे हैं तुम? So then Ravana's question is, तुम क्यों उधर गए? Like, that is a question of Ravana. And then, Shurpanakha changes the whole plate. She tells, like, मैं तो आपके लिए गया हूँ, like, गई थी. So like, this, I found Sita to be very beautiful. I thought she should be there with you. That is the ideal thing, And she starts describing the beauty of Mother Sita. So udhar, like कामात क्रोधो भी जाए थे, like, all these things, like, उनका दिमाग खराब हो गया, रावण का दिमाग खराब हो गया. And then again he goes to Maricha, and again Maricha tells, like, अरे, like, ऐसा plan, मुझे लग रहा है कि there is some enemy of yours who is not able to face you in the battle. वो तुमको ऐसा आइडिया दे रहा है कि, like, राम को जाके फाइट करो और उनका साथ जाके पंगा लो and things like that. So, like, better don't do this. And chapters after chapters, Maricha is like giving instructions to Ravana that तुम्हारा सर्वनाश हो जाएगा, ऐसा मत करो. And after all that, Ravana is telling, तुम्हारा पास like कुछ advice, कौन पूछा advice तुम्हारा पास, like, ये सब advice देना बंद करो और मेरा काम करो, like, जाओ, like, हम लोग ये करेंगे. So are you a servant of me, or you are king or I am king, like, what is our position, like, हमारा पहचान क्या है? So then he tells, see, I am your well-wisher. The well-wisher is not supposed to be an S-man all the time. So well-wisher is to properly apprise of some difficulties that is to come. He should apprise of the difficulties as well. So that is why I am telling that, though I am telling harsh words and things like that, but it is truth and it is very beneficial for you. And in that time, very interesting commentary I read actually in that section. So it is mentioned that, like, because, in fact, like, Maricha tells his second encounter with Rama. He already took the form of deer, and then he and other Rakshasas, that's their usual practice, it seems, that they go and eat up sadhus in the forest. And so once they encountered Lord Rama in that way, and Maricha remembered that, इन्होंने like, मुझे मारा है, like, previously, so I have to, take revenge on him. So Maricha and other demons, other Rakshasas in the form of deer, they wanted to, like, attack Rama. And within a moment's notice, like Rama took some bow and arrow, and then he just finished all the Rakshasas. Again, he spared Maricha. No, from that time he tells that कि कोई भी like no रा शब्द से कुछ no रा letter से कुछ शब्द बोलना शुरू करेंगे like no तुरंत मुझे कांपना लग जाता है कि like no I start shivering no as no this person is going to speak about Lord Rama and things like that. So from that time onwards, I have wound up all my Rakshasa activities. I have given up all sinful habits, and then I am sitting in this kutir and I am performing my austerities. And the acharyas actually mention that because he stopped his sinful activities and he is performing austerities, तो उनका दिमाग खराब नहीं हो रहा है. Like theoretically everybody knows, like by then everybody knows that Lord Rama is like very powerful and it is very, very difficult to oppose him. So that is like that much of understanding everybody has got. Even Ravana also agreed on that understanding previously. So now, because his mind is like corrupted by the lust, no, unka dimag kaam nahi kar raha hai abhi. Intellectually, like it is a valid point. No, when he was like cool, he could understand all these things. But now when he is affected by lust, he is not able to understand the very same point which he previously understood. So, but Maricha is able to understand this very clearly because of he has stopped his sinful activities and he has started practicing some kind of austerities. That is giving him some clear head to understand these subjects and things like that. So, anyways, in this one, I encountered 2-3 places. This thing comes actually the trying to enjoy the Supreme Lord. So trying to enjoy the Supreme Lord. So this point actually comes even in the chanting of the names of the Lord. So we should always consider the Lord to be the enjoyer. The Lord to be the Bhoktara Megna Tapasham, Lord to be the Bhogi or the enjoyer, and we, being the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, meant to render service to the Supreme Lord. So we should be engaged as a servant of the Supreme Lord. So that is the proper way of engagement. So it is mentioned that as we progress in Krishna consciousness, our obstacles will become more and more severe, more and more difficult, as we go forward. So in the beginning time, the obstacles is material sense gratification, which is very tucha, which is like not very great, So but later on, as one progresses, he may start getting the revelation of the Lord. That time, if he starts to enjoy the Lord, that is like too much more difficult to give up that, So like that is called Brahma Sukha, So like experience of Brahman realization. And that is very, very intoxicating, much more intoxicating than material sense gratification. And to cross over that, one need to be trained right from the beginning. A spiritual practitioner, a yogi or a devotee should very diligently train oneself. My identity is servant. My identity is I am a servant of the Supreme Lord and I must render service to the Supreme Lord. It doesn't matter whether happiness comes or distress comes. I should not get deviated from this one pointed focus of rendering service to the Supreme Lord. So that we can see from the great exalted Vaishnavas like means even in this pastime also like we see that Lakshmana following that and Mother Sita also following that. And then we see the demons like on the other hand, they want to enjoy the Supreme Lord. So like it is this is a contrast that is there. So one of the one of the thing that can actually make the all-powerful holy name not affect us, is this attitude of trying to enjoy the names of the Lord or attitude to like trying to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. These are all things which actually prevents the holy name to make an effect. So like then what about the previous example of the fire? Whether knowingly, unknowingly, koi bhi touch karenge, fire will make an effect. Like fire will be effective in burning. So then what about that? The holy name of the Lord is like fire and it should affect anybody. So it is not just like fire, it is a conscious entity. Nama Chintamani, like it is like conscious entity. And so the holy name of the Lord, it's just like if it's the holy name of the Lord is all merciful and it is like ready to benefit anyone and everyone. But with the condition that the offensive utterance is not there. So like this one nice example one devotee was mentioning that if I want to make a relationship with a person who's very powerful, very rich, and like, supremely, like, very charitable and things like that and all. And, he's very tolerant and all those things, like, So, but then if I go to his home and then उनका बच्चा को एक थप्पड़ मार दिया, तो फिर क्या करेगा वो? He will say like no, better you just go off from this place. No, I don't want to deal with such a person who's so arrogant. So in the same way, the Lord is all powerful and all merciful, but then we should understand that everything that exists in the creation is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and every living entity is also part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And amongst them, the devotees are very dear to the Supreme Lord. And if we inappropriately deal with them, then the Lord stops to give His mercy. So it's very same equation, that a powerful person, but if you mistreat his child, he will not be interested in speaking to you. So in the same way, like Lord is all powerful and all merciful, but if we mistreat Krishna's parts and parcels, so then Krishna will not be very encouraged to shower His mercy upon us. So that is why this offensive utterance of the name of the Lord is ineffective, but the non-offensive utterance of the name of the Lord, it is mentioned that even a faint reflection of the holy name can eradicate all the sinful reactions. And later on in this chapter, like Haridas Thakur actually mentions, some devotees actually mention that, Thakur Haridas, you are chanting the names of the Lord. It is so powerful and so amazing that the holy name can destroy all the sinful reactions and it can offer one liberation. And Haridas Thakur says, no, it's not a proper glorification of the holy name. So holy name, the initial rays of the holy name can destroy these two things, just like the initial rays of the sun is sufficient to remove the darkness, and it is sufficient to remove the fog and other things and all. So in the same way, like we don't need a midday sun for removal of the darkness. So when the sun is not even visible in the horizon, even then the darkness is actually removed. So that's the power of the sun. So in the same way, like the holy name, even the initial rays of non-offensive holy name, so that is sufficient to destroy all the sins, and it offers also one liberation. So that is the power of the utterance of the holy name. So like in this way, Haridas Thakur very wonderfully glorifies the names of the Lord, and many amazing glorification of Haridas Thakur and holy name is there in the chapter. So but I would like to pause here with this little bit of glories of the holy name, and we would like to take up any questions or comments from the audience with this. Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I'm the living and non-living things. So if I eat meat, so but I have emotion, does that make sense on anything?
Yeah. So now you see, like meat is basically like you get meat by killing a living entity, right? So it is all property of Krishna. It is all energy of Krishna. But He has given something as a quota for somebody. Like it is mentioned in the Isha Upanishad, Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam, Yatkincham Jagatyam Jagat, Tena Taktena Munjita, Ma Grada Kashyasvidana. So all of us have been allotted certain quota. In this world, so many things are there, but we cannot just take anything and everything. So we have been allotted certain quota. We have to take only that. So now if I kill somebody else's body, so he is supposed to enjoy or suffer in that body for a certain period of time. So I am obstructing his journey in that particular body. So that is why it's considered to be sinful. It is sinful. And sin and bhakti doesn't go together. So it is actually mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself, Esham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmana te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridavata. So like, once we stop committing sin, so that is when we'll be able to make advancement in devotional service.
Just now you gave an example of river Ganga. And why we pronounce it Ganges, why not Ganga?
No, Ganga is good to pronounce. English people, they pronounce Ganges, and in English language it is...
If they pronounce wrong, so why we Indians are pronouncing wrong?
No, it is just the language. If the language, it is the name that is in that particular language, if that is the name that is of the river, that's fine. They'll get sufficient, the same amount of punya.
But sometimes it confuses.
So you just chant, Ganga only, like, what's the problem?
Thank you.
Confusion in it. Yes, go.
First of all, thanks for touching our mind. That's very cool. So, and please pardon my ignorance also. So normally it says that Shubhana wanting to enjoy the Lord versus like the gopis want to serve the Lord. But normally how one can put example?
That is also same.
No, same.
She is not so demoniac, but she wants to enjoy the Lord. And literally, Shukadev Goswami there itself, he, ये तो क्या है, भगवान को सेवा करना चाहिए, फायदा उठाने के लिए सोच रही है. So like he makes some angry statement actually. Shukadev Goswami makes some angry statements. So devotee don't like the Lord. भगवान को फायदा नहीं उठाना चाहिए. So भगवान को सेवा करना चाहिए. Like, I should not utilize the Lord for my sake. That is not good. Yes, yes, please. Huh. Lord is always happy. If we connect with Him, we'll become happy. So, yeah. See, trying to give happiness to the Lord is the way of our connection. Lord is always happy. It is like, it is mentioned, in fact, rather it is mentioned, He is the source of all happiness. There is in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, there is a shloka that comes, it talks about Sukha Rupa Sukadara Sarkara Prindavan Matam Shri Krishna Charanadvandvam Sukham Brahmattu Kevalam. So this says that just like, it is compared, the happiness is compared to sugar here. And sugar is source of sweetness and the form of sweetness. So, but sweet rice is a form of sweetness, but it is not the source of sweetness. You cannot add sweet rice to another preparation to make it sweet. No, वैसा नहीं use कर सकते. So it is a form of sweetness. So in the same way, Krishna is the source of all happiness. Sukha Rupa and Sukha Adhara. He is the form of happiness and He is the source of happiness. Anywhere any happiness has to be there, it has to come from Him only. There is no other source, apart from that. So, but then why are we trying to give happiness to the Lord? Because we are part and parcel of the Lord, and our identity is we are servant. And when we render service to the Lord, our connection establishes. So when you establish that connection, you invariably get happiness. Invariably you get happiness. So, but then without establishing this connection of service, I just simply want to enjoy the Lord. So then that is a wrong connection. That's not the right way of connecting with the Lord. So then that results in offense and things like that and all. Right? So that is what even very nicely Srila Prabhupada deals with that in the Bhagavad Gita. So when Arjuna is mentioning Kim no Rajye no Govinda, and things like that and all. So how will I enjoy, if I don't, if I get the kingdom and if I don't get all these people and things like that, how will I enjoy? So then, oh Govinda, you are meant to provide enjoyment to the senses of all people. So how will I enjoy? So then Srila Prabhupada makes a very strong commentary there that one should not try to utilize the Lord for one's own enjoyment. So though by serving the Lord, one will get enjoyment, one's senses will become enlightened, means enlivened and things like that. But then, without going to the path of service, directly trying to enjoy the Lord is a wrong thing actually. So, even while service, the service and the pleasure that is derived from the service, the devotee is very, very focused on service. In fact, in Nectar of Devotion, there is one example that is mentioned that a devotee is fanning the Lord and he is getting so much of nice ecstasy that his eyes are watering and all these things are happening. And he's criticizing, why should I get this ecstasy? It is coming in the way of rendering my service to the Lord. So, it is very objectively analyzed that the devotee doesn't want any material satisfaction. The devotee doesn't want any spiritual opulences also, in trade-off with the service. So that service is the key thing, which the devotee doesn't want to part away at any point in time. Mhm. And it has utterance of the names of the Lord. So the thing is, Shurpanaka, she was adharmic. She was not following the scriptures, no, in order to get her enjoyment. She was going against the scriptures in order to get her enjoyment, no. And that is a basic difference. The Karmakandis, they are not offenders, no, because they are following a procedure given in the scriptures. So they are not offenders, even though they want to enjoy the material benefits. No, they are submitting themselves to the Lord and they are following the procedures given by the Lord and they are asking for material sense gratification. So they are called as karmis, but they are not sinful people or they are not offenders. No? Enjoyment is not a problem. हाँ, process is a problem. Enjoyment है तो like भगवान दिया ना process, तो उसको follow करना चाहिए. You know, you want to. So actually speaking, no, I was just the morning I was in ACS layout, and no, in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam they have just started with the discussion of Bharata Varsha. No, so in the Bharata Varsha there is Naranarayana Rishi is there, and in all the different Varshas you see like different tracts of land, the Lord is existing as an enjoyer, and there is devotees who are serving the Lord. But in Bharata Varsha, even the Lord, the predominating deity of Bharata Varsha is Naranarayan Rishi. No? FYI. No? So, and what are they doing? Here, not the devotee is doing austerity, even the predominating deity of Bharata Varsha is doing austerities. So, Bharata Varsha is not a place for enjoyment. It is a place for austerities. You know, here the materialistic people perform austerity to go to heavenly planets and enjoy, and the spiritual people, they perform austerity to go back to the spiritual world and render service to the Lord. But everybody performs austerity here. No? So that is a very important identity for all of us. Ki like, you know, so हम भारत वर्ष में पैदा हुआ तो like, no, our identity is like, no, we are come here, no, we have come to Tapo Bhumi and we are supposed to perform tapasya. Right? So, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a wonderful tapasya of chanting the names of the Lord, no? In that. Hare Krishna. No. That is not, that is the bhakti process. In the bhakti process, you get Namaparad, Namabhas and Shuddhanam. Right? So, this is Karma Kanda process. Karma Kanda process means Karma Kanda process. That's all. That effect comes, that is one very important point that is mentioned here in the purport, one of the purports. It's mentioned the desire for sense gratification is, desire for sense gratification and spiritual progress goes ill together. So that is a problem. But if somebody who's not neither karmakandi, even maybe like he's an like adharmic person, but he doesn't want to use the name of the Lord for material benefit. ऐसे ही कुछ utterance, no, he just uttered somebody's name as Rama, like, hey Rama, like, no, come here and things like that. So that has the effect of Namavas. Because, no, he didn't want to use the name for any benefit. Nishkama karma onwards. Onwards, like Nishkama means from there onwards, the spiritual progress starts. Nishkama karma onwards. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Chanting names, do we count them?
Yes, Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Nativi. So it is recommended that we chant, you know, with count. So there are two kinds of regulations that are given to us. So one is the activities of material activities. They have an upper limit that ki like, if you want to sleep, then no, you sleep till 6 hours, 7 hours, like no, how much ever it is, like we have to cap it. And eating, it is mentioned atyahara prayasascha, like we should not do too much of eating and things like that and all. So, but then when it comes to the spiritual aspects, so the lower limit is no mention. So chanting at least minimum itna to karna chahiye. So iske liye counting jarurat padta hai actually. So that is a spiritual practice. Like we see that sadhus from time immemorial, they have kept malas and things like that to keep the count of this one. Why? Because the mind is a very big cheat. No, it can cheat us. No, आज तो बहुत कर लिया आपने. तो like कितना बहुत कर लिया. So like हिसाब ही नहीं है actually. वही problem है, हिसाब नहीं है. So like if we keep a count, it becomes very good that we can escape the cheating of the mind and we can steadily keep increasing the quantum of our engagement in bhakti. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for enlightening us. Very beautifully you brought from Chaitanya Charitamrita the custom of Haridas Thakur, how he was alleviating the anxiety of Mahaprabhu, how the people will be delivered. And he gave how the people will be delivered?
By chanting
By
Hare
chanting
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, in this age of Kali, this is the sweetest process through which we can take the sweet without side effects. Because as this Kali are progressing, we are coming out with a lot of lifestyle diseases. But here, we take only sweet but no side effects. But then Prabhuji also mentioned from pastimes of Ramayana how we can complement the chanting of the holy name with the right mood of seva, not of Shurpanakha or Ravana and so on, but the mood to serve the Lord, mood to serve the devotees. And that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says to his devotees. Very beautifully he is saying, Prabhu ko hai Vaishnava seva nama sankirtana Dui kara shikhra pave Sri Krishna charana. Dui kara. Only two things you have to do. What are the two things you have to do?
chanting the name,
Chanting the holy names of the Lord.
seva of
Vaishnava
seva.
Yes. Just do two things sincerely and in the association of devotees, it is a strong effect. And especially days like this. Today what is the day?
Ekadashi, Pap Mochini Ekadashi.
Madhava Tithi, Bhakti Janani, Chaitanya Palana Kare. And that's how our Acharya is saying. So, like, this kind of a day is called Bhakti Janani.